Hello, today we're going to update the Roku that we have here by putting in a new Roku 3. Real quickly, I'm just going to go through and tell you what was in the box. The box itself, there's the remote control. This is the new Roku itself. The power for the Roku, batteries for the remote control. They provide a set of earplugs so you can listen to this thing quietly. The instructions and warranty paperwork. And then just some added information that Roku has provided. So now that we have that, let's just get into this thing and get started with hooking it up. This is the Roku that we're going to take out. Here's the remote control. We won't need that anymore. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to unplug this Roku. This is an HDMI cable that's already wired up to the TV. I'll show you where that is in a minute. The HDMI cable does not come with the Roku kit. You'll have to have one or go buy one. Yes, you were a good Roku. Out with the old, in with the new. First thing you do, connect the player to the TV. I'm going to do this with a wireless internet application, so I'm not going to connect anything to the Ethernet port. You can do that if you choose. This is my HDMI cable. Plug that into the Roku 3. So now the HDMI cable is hooked up. Notice it says HDMI right there. As I said, I'm leaving the Ethernet port empty, although you can use that if you have hardwired internet access. Real quickly, I just wanted to point out the other end of the HDMI cable. This is the one that's going to the Roku 3. This TV just happens to have another one that's hooked up to a DVD player. The next thing to do is hook up the power adapter. This is the one that I showed you earlier in the box. I'm going this little deal here. On the back of the Roku, it says DC in. Do not use the wrong power adapter. And then I'll go ahead and plug the other end of the power adapter into my wall outlet. The next thing to do is to put batteries in the remote control. Push the button, slide the cover off. You notice positive and negative for the battery are marked inside. This uses AA batteries, 2 of them. Those are in. Slide the cover on, and that's done. Now it's time to go ahead and turn on the TV. Okay, now the TV is on. Note that the power light is on the Roku. This Roku never gets unplugged. It turns itself off so that it doesn't use any power when you're not using it. From now we'll go ahead and go into the setup. Use the remote control. English is my selected language. Next I'm going to connect the network. I'm going to use wireless. It's okay. Now it's automatically going to go out and search for my network. You should find it very shortly. There it is. I'm going to say OK. And now I have to enter the password. Alright, I've entered the password. Before I go on, I wanted to point out that passwords are case sensitive. So you'll see I've highlighted A with an arrow up. That locks in the caps. You can turn that off or on. You can just hold one letter caps, and I also brought up the number screen. So having done that, I'm going to go ahead and connect. We'll watch and see it do its thing. It's found the network. Now it's connected to the network, which means that it's verified that the password is correct, and it's connected to the internet, so we'll continue. What it says now is to get the latest software. Now your Roku will get the latest software. Once the update is installed, it will restart automatically, and I'm going to go ahead and let it do that. So I'm continuing. So now it's getting new software. Remember, this thing came in a box, so it might have been sitting in a box for a while. Don't skip this step. Wasn't that neat? Now that it's on, I'm going to go to Netflix. So now it's brought itself back up. We have to go activate the device. We do that on another computer. As you see, the instructions are in there to go to roku.com/link and enter that code. We'll go do that and we'll be right back. Okay, so we went ahead and put in the code as it instructed, and while we were on the internet there's options to hook up to some other type of channels, some of which are paid, some of which are free. You'll see that when you hook up your Roku. In the meantime, now that it's hooked up and authorized on the computer, as you can see, it's putting in updates, adding the new channels, etc., etc. It'll be done shortly. Alright, the Roku is updated. So there's all your different things you can use. And we'll go ahead and try Netflix just to see if it works. Just sign in. I already had an account, so we'll do that. Okay, we're in Netflix. We're just going to go see what's popular on Netflix and pick something and give it a watch. Oh, there's an old motorhome. Let's see what that's all about. Okay, so now we've got that done. Just a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Now that we've got everything hooked up and started, and it's all working, I just wanted to point out a couple more things. Alright, so this is the original Roku remote control. As you can see, it doesn't have a lot on it. It's just got the home button, arrows for up, down, backwards, and forwards to select, fast forward, backwards, and forwards, stop, and play buttons. That's it. Here's the new Roku 3 remote control. You'll notice it has a wrist strap on it. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but there it is. Then it has the back button, which is this one right here. This button here is the home button that sends it to the home position and where it starts from ground zero. Then you have up and down, left and right, just like the old one did. Now you have this button. This is a new button. This backs it up about 8 seconds. So you can just kind of go a little bit backwards on whatever it is you were watching and watch 7 seconds or 8 seconds of it over again. An OK button. This gives you some options for viewing different things. And these are your scan forward, scan back buttons, your pause and play buttons, and then you've got some quick start buttons for Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, and radio. And then you have your action buttons for gaming, which we're not going to use, and a status LED down here that says you're pressing the button. One other thing this remote control has is an earphone jack. They sent a set of earphones with it, so if you want to listen to your show without speakers on the TV, you can plug that in like that and listen to it on your earphones. Okay, just in review, there's your new Roku 3, there's the box that it came in, the remote control, earplugs, wrist strap. We've gone through how to hook it up, and that's our presentation for today. Happy streaming! Thank you very much for watching.